And we are live. Redball Raceway for the Locomotive 250 for the Craftsman Truck Series on NASCAR 05. We're picking back up. We're about halfway through the season, just shy of the halfway mark at least, and Carl Edwards comes in with a pretty good points lead, about 151 points over second place. Justin Sozio, Joey Logano fan, welcome to the stream. We are bringing NASCAR 05 back for tonight. Again, we'll start doing these races at least once a week. So thanks for everybody tuning in here early on. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do full race live streams with a realistic broadcast every day. Fantasy track here for this one. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We did race at Redball in the modified series twice already, and we have raced here once in the truck series as well. As in that truck race, it was pretty drawn out. I believe there were only 2 cautions, if I remember correctly. We ran here very early in the season, so already the second trip back to a racetrack we've already raced at. DB Forever 85, Andres Sion, welcome to the stream as well. You're not watching Xfinity race. Well, it's either I had to work today, so it was either stream or don't stream and watch the Xfinity race, and I felt like streaming, so I don't watch all the Xfinity and truck races. Honestly, this year, I think I've only missed 1 Xfinity race. And then I think I missed like 2 truck races so far, if I'm thinking correctly as well. Cup Series can't miss for me, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to hop on into this one. We're not going to waste any more time, so that way, when this is over, I will tune into the Xfinity race, but we're here to have some fun with some racing action on the channel here tonight. Green flags in the air. We're underway. Redball Raceway. Carl Edwards starts on the pole and leads the field to the green down into turns 1 and 2. 250 laps set around the short track. The 86 goes way wide, 3 wide now for about 3rd place in the 86 in the wall as Carl Edwards leads lap 1. It's been a... Oh boy, Edwards got really loose off of turn 2 that time. Got so out of shape he actually had to lift right there. Couldn't drive right out of it. Edwards definitely had one of the more dominant trucks at Redball earlier this season, so after he qualified on the pole here for tonight's race at the same racetrack, expecting pretty good speed out of this 99 team today. The first race here was 200 laps. This one's an extra 50 laps. That could definitely make a big difference in the running order, that is for certain. No practice coming into this one, just qualifying. It's been a couple weeks since I played this game. I haven't played this game since we last streamed it. Actually, coming in here, driving pretty alright. Another reason why I was doing the truck series today, too. A little bit easier to drive these trucks versus the Busch and Cup Series cars on this game. Ethan, welcome to the stream. I love this game, too. Definitely a sentimental favorite of mine. He's driving in a little too deep on corner entry, but he's got a lot of speed in this race truck. Already out to about a 1.7, 1.8 second lead. For those of you that haven't watched any of this series or might not remember, because it has been a couple weeks since we've raced on this game, but Carl Edwards again comes in with the points lead over Bill Lester. Lester second in points. It's really a 2-horse race right now as we're in race number 12. That could change knowing we still have 13 races left after this one concludes here tonight. And as far as tomorrow night's streaming go, I plan on doing the Cup Series full race live realistic broadcast. There is rain in the forecast for tomorrow night at Martinsville. it is clear on Sunday. I will not be able to stream on Sunday for the race, but I can do it tomorrow night. If the race does get washed out tomorrow, we will stream ourselves, likely with NASCAR Heat 5. I might even be able to do it before the race would start anyway, but no guarantees with that. So that's kind of the outlook for tomorrow. I don't really know exactly what the outlook is going to be 100%, but that's kind of the idea of where I'm going with as far as tomorrow night's stream. It's unfortunate. I haven't missed a NASCAR race in a while, and I was going to the Indians and Tigers game on Sunday because the race was scheduled for Saturday night. We planned on going all week. Got my tickets 5 days ago, and then I literally looked 2 nights ago, I want to say, at the weather for Martinsville, and it was forecasted to rain Friday and Saturday. Now, it was forecasted to rain there today, and it didn't rain, and they're going to have the Xfinity race tonight. So that could happen with the Cup Series race tomorrow. I'm praying they get that race in tomorrow. I am praying. They either need to get that race in tomorrow or don't start it until like 5 o'clock tomorrow, and I know they're not going to start it that late on a Sunday, so maybe if it was on the West Coast, there'd be at least a chance of that happening, but I just don't see that happening. Rain is scheduled for tomorrow in Martinsville. Yeah, I know. I'm really hoping they get the race in. My oldest video, NASCAR Heat 4 Daytona 500 live stream, is the first stream I've ever done. I say that we started the channel in early February, mid-February of 2020. That's when I started doing daily streams. I did stream off and on like once, maybe twice a week when I first started the channel for the first couple months. And I want to say that stream was from November in 2019, like right after NASCAR ended. So that would be my oldest. Well, no, wait a minute. That's my oldest stream. I uploaded a couple videos of like sporting events I'd gone to before I actually started the channel. So I guess technically you'll probably be able to find something like that. Like some highlight or some plays from like a Michigan football game, or I know there's a video on there. I saw Albert Pujols' 2000 career RBI in Detroit a couple of years ago, back in 2019 as well, and I didn't get the actual home run on videotape, but I got him rounding the bases at least on camera. So I guess those videos would technically be my oldest on the channel, but definitely not NASCAR related. Before this channel was even a thought, really. Patrick Chatterley, welcome to the stream. Already 7 likes. Thanks for everybody dropping a like. Do so if you haven't already. 25 laps complete. Carl Edwards has led them all. This was a 1 pit stop race the first time we were here when it was 200 laps. But they were right on the border on it being a 1-stop race, so this is likely going to be a 2 pit stop race today. I don't see anybody being able to go 125 laps on fuel at Redball. So a 2 pit stop race is likely what we're going to have scheduled for tonight. And we'll see if Carl Edwards can keep this pace up and continue to pull away. Again, he's got over a 2-second lead. He's led every lap from the pole so far. When will total team control happen? Not anytime soon. We got a lot to play through on NASCAR 05 right now. I was going to stay consistent with NASCAR 05, but you guys wanted NASCAR Heat 5 back so bad. Not by you guys, I'm generalizing most of you. I know not all of you maybe wanted it back, but that's why I tried to think of a new idea to bring it back. So I wasn't going to do the same thing over again. Well, I kind of am, but I'm doing it with a twist. A big twist. Found a video from November 2018. Yeah, that was probably a Michigan football game. Football video, yeah, it was definitely... That might have been the Michigan... No, it was the Michigan-Penn State game. I believe that was the one I went to that year. In Ann Arbor. I guess that might be the oldest video on the channel. Yeah, I got a couple random videos like that on there. I haven't taken them down mainly because I can't even find them myself half the time. I'd have to like flat out like just dig through my YouTube studio to even find it to delete it anyway. So I never really bother it. I'll just keep it up on the channel. It's not like it's anything embarrassing or anything like that. It's just literally like a play from a live football game. A couple baseball games. Oh, I prefer this over Heat too. But I gotta give the fans what they want. So I gotta please everybody. At least I'm having fun with it. If I wasn't having fun with NASCAR Heat 5 second time around, I would have scrapped the idea. I wasn't having fun with it at first. I was half tempted to just scrap the whole idea. I mean, the way we were DNFing very early in the season. Then I had the career mode idea, so that kind of... the new career mode idea of how we're doing it. If I didn't have that idea, we probably would have scrapped NASCAR Heat 5, because that was a crapshoot there, those first 4 races. Schneider's leads out to about 2.3 seconds, 2.2, 2.3. Not sure who's up to second place right now, but they're actually keeping a little bit better pace. 40 laps into this race again, Edwards has led them all. Somehow no lap traffic despite racing on a short track tonight. Ooh, a little contact with the lap trucks. Somebody ended up almost in the wall. I think that's the 117. Just about ended up in the outside walls. They battled for about 34th. All 36 trucks are still on the racetrack that started tonight's race. We'll have to see what the lap traffic will do, if this will maybe allow the leaders to cut back in. The lap traffic very difficult to pass in these older EA games. It's Wesley Schmidt in the 117 that got moved out of the way and lost a couple spots. Schneider to the inside of Wesley Schmidt a little bit. Oh, Schneider pushed way up the racetrack. Got really tight. He drove it in really deep. And made contact with Schmidt. Andy Lyman in the 164 is the next truck to go a lap down. Moves out of the way. Lets Schneider pass him real quickly, honestly. Keith Grimsley now, the 119's up ahead of as well. At least there's a lot of allies at the back of the field for Schneider, making it a little easier. He just got a little too tight when he tried to pass Schmidt originally, and he's got about a 2.5 second lead now. In second place, he hasn't even caught the lap trucks yet. Still a long ways to go, and more contact with the lap trucks at the back of the pack. Turns 3 and 4. The next 2 trucks ahead of Carl Edwards are making contact. They make contact again. Not sure who that is. It's Adam Bell in the 123 truck. That's the 3rd corner in a row. He has tried to move the 125, and there might be tempers flaring there between the two of them because Bell wants to get going. I think part of it is he sees Carl Edwards closing in fast and he does not want to go a lap down. I do remember Bell has been one of the lap trucks that have raced Edwards extremely hard most of the races this season for whatever reason or another. And now the 125 is going to get right, or that's actually 121. The number font on that was really weird. He crosses Bell back over, and Bell's going to go a lap down off turn 4. Lee Anderson in the 121. Trying to block. Oh, Schneider Pushed way up the racetrack. Bell's going to get back on the lead lap. Second time he got really tight at that end of the racetrack. Tires are starting to lose grip though. Lucas Casa, welcome to the stream. A lot of short tracks on this schedule for the Truck Series. A lot of them early in the year as well. Definitely different compared to when we looked at the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode when we had a ton of intermediates, especially at the beginning of the season. Out on this, second time already to Redball. There's more contact as Anderson tries to move another lap truck out of the way. There's contact all over this racetrack right now. And a lot of it are from the lap cars just trying to pass each other for position. Kevin Quinn going to go a lap down. Look at Bell continuing to block Schneider. Sorry, not Schneider. Carl Edwards. Forgot this isn't a custom race truck. Oh, it's Carl Edwards just got tagged by the lap truck. Made a great save in turns 3 and 4 as he slid all the way through the corner. Got clipped right on the left rear. My goodness. Edwards drives out of it, but now that leads down to about 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Lap 60, and they're about halfway on fuel. Again, just shy of making this a one-stop race today. It'll be interesting if it goes caution-free, if anybody can actually make it on one stop or not. This is on my PlayStation 2, by the way. Still streaming it off of OBS, but PlayStation 2 console. Welcome to the stream, by the way, there, Lucas. He got around Adam Bell once, and he's struggling to try and get around him again. The lead's down to 0.9. His tires start to wear out. Lap traffic is definitely a huge factor at this point in the run. Bell goes a little high. Edwards gets underneath them off turn 4. Trying to put him a lap down again. Edwards drives it in really deep. Big slide job. And Bell's going to try to cross him back over. Edwards is going to throw the block into turn 3. Down to about 0.7, 0.8 seconds. He had to get around Bell fast. Not sure who's in second place. There's no leaderboard I can pull up on this game, unfortunately. It's the downside of it. NASCAR Thunder 04, at least you can see the 5 drivers on the leaderboard at the end of every lap, but they don't even have that in this game, unfortunately. One of the downsides with it. One of the few downsides with this game. Anderson gets around Mark Handel. Handel almost ended up in the wall. Off turn 2, he went really high. Yeah, considering we're on the PS5 right now, or PS5 just released a few months back. Game capture card again, same way I stream off my PS4. It's a different game capture card because the one for my PS4 doesn't work with the PlayStation 2. It only works with PS3, PS4, so I had to get another one. Back out to about a 1.1 second lead again. Just trying to start to grow that lead as much as possible. Start to get a little more comfortable again. Lap 72. Remember, there are bonus points for leading the most laps and leading a lap. Good thing Schneider's leading as much as what he is here early. taking his time with Lee Anderson. He's not trying to force the issue right now. He doesn't have a ton of pressure behind him. This race truck's definitely getting tighter and tighter on the longer run. Robbie Young going to go a lap down in the 137. Get a lot of fantasy drivers in the truck series in this game. More contact. Sparks are flying here in the evening hours at Redball. Oh! That was a block that just wasn't there. Edwards is able to make the pass still. Lee Anderson, the lap truck in the 121, was right in front of Schneider, and he pulled, or right in front of Edwards, excuse me, and pulled down right in front of him on corner entry and basically moved himself out of the way. Definitely did check up the 99. See, that's something else that's throwing me in for a loop, is I'm used to us running the 99 on NASCAR Heat 5. That's another reason why I keep calling myself by my own name. But this is Carl Edwards behind the wheel of the 99 tonight. Yeah, I don't really, as far as the Xfinity Series goes, I don't have a rooting interest, so I guess root for a good race. And we have a caution for the first time today. Caution's out, first time at Redball, right around lap 80. And we'll see what it was on the replay. Looked like a couple of trucks got together off turn 4. Couldn't tell who it was from that angle. Looks like it was the 117 of Wesley Schmidt. And that was actually after somebody else had hit the outside wall in the 139 and then bounced into Schmidt. Schmidt went around on the front stretch enough to at least bring out a caution. And we're going to be having pit stops under the yellow. At least Carl Edwards is going to come to pit road. We'll see if anybody else is going to follow him. Nobody. Wow. Edwards, the only driver to come to the pits. No, this isn't the PS5. I was just stating that we're on the PS5 now. Not me specifically, but that's just the generation. Oh yeah, hey, here's the Mr. I forgot I did this. It's been a couple weeks. I forgot we had the Mr. Clean crew on the 99 giving us our clean pit stops. They look like a bunch of bald dudes without helmets trying to change our car, wearing all white. At least they match our race truck as far as the color of it. They're all in uniform still. Just clone the Mr. Clean man. Green flag in the air. 153 truck is the new leader. Edwards has fresher tires. Took off really deep into turn 1 as we got up to speed and he was getting through the gears. 31st. Wasn't many trucks a lap down there when the caution waved. Their first caution of the night came out at lap 78. These are the first laps that Carl Edwards is not leading. Yeah, they're going to have to hit pit road here in about 40 laps, but this is a very difficult racetrack, as most short tracks are. It's still going to take a while, even with Edwards on fresher tires, to get through this field. Edwards still has to pit one more time to the finish of the race. Everybody's staying out under that caution. They might be able to make it on one stop now. That might have been their strategy. Edwards was taking the safe route, knowing that he definitely can make it on one stop now. We don't know about everybody else. Problem is being mid-pack. As we can see an accident, somebody went wide into turns 1 and 2, stacking up the outside lane as most of the field's still 2x2 after being bunched together in the restart, even though it is a single file restart. Bill Lester fading. He's had a rough last couple races. A couple DNFs thrown in there. He was really good at the start of the season. Look at all the sparks flying all the way through the pack. And 3 and 4 and turns 1 and 2. It doesn't matter what end of the track they are. They've been using the bumpers all night long. Sounded like there was more contact somewhere. I didn't see any sparks flying, so I couldn't tell exactly where it happened. It might have been behind him. 56 makes a move to the inside. I believe that was underneath the... Can't tell who that is. These bad graphics. That was the 123, Adam Bell. So he put the bumper to Bell. Bell has put the bumper to a couple drivers. He's been bumped out of the way as well. Ooh, a little contact with the 119 of Grimsley, who's already a lap down. Schneider got a little tight. I think he's tight in traffic. I don't think it's so much the longer run in the tires because he's got fresher tires than everybody right now, and he still got tight that time, where he wasn't on the tight side for those first 40 laps when he was in clean air before he got to the lap traffic for the first time. Yeah, real life, more people definitely would have pit under yellow. 3 wide into turn 3, middle of the pack. Edwards definitely backed out of the gas a lot more. He did not want to get tight when they were 3 wide. He's got lucky a couple times side by side. Contact as one of the other trucks in the lead lap just pinched him off. Ooh, contact underneath Lee Anderson, who barely held on to the lead lap at the time into the last yellow. And now he's driven himself on this restart up inside the top 15. Craftsman takes it 3 wide as the 18 truck hits the outside wall. That's Chad Chafin. Chafin ended up in the wall. Still able to get down to the inside behind Edwards, and maybe now he's 3 wide off turn 2. And they somehow made it off the corner. Whoever was in the outside group definitely lifted to make sure they were going to make it. Pulls it in on the lap 100 mark. Jack Sprague is currently the race leader in the number 16. He's the 3rd different leader now today. Edwards has led the most. There's the pass on Mark Handel. Now underneath Matt Crafton, and Brandon Witt just got moved out of the way by Bobby Hamilton Sr. And Bobby Hamilton Sr. is going to jump to the lead. That was after Sprague got held up on the outside. Here comes Edwards with the fresh tires. He's up to 3rd. Bobby Hamilton Sr. put the bumper to Brandon Witt. Edwards almost gave up the inside off turn 2. Sprague wants to get around him. Jack Sprague drives it in deep into 3 and 4. He's back underneath Carl Edwards, and Edwards stuck on the outside right now, and so is the 191 right in front of him. Edwards had a run, though, off the exit of the corner. He's going to follow Sprague to get underneath the 191 and make the pass for 3rd again. So Bobby Hamilton Sr. is now the 4th different leader. The bump and run got him to the lead about 3 laps ago. Schneider to the inside of, Edwards again to the inside of Sprague. Sprague is driving it into the corner so deep that Edwards just cannot complete the pass. Edwards has the fresher tires again, gets underneath the 16 of Sprague. Sprague has definitely been driving it in deep into the corners, and that cost him a chance to get around Bobby Hamilton that time as well. Edwards can afford to be patient here. He hasn't been too patient right now. He's got the fresher tires. Just let these guys race it out, and heck, maybe Sprague puts the bumper to Hamilton. I mean, that's how Hamilton got to the lead. That might be the way to get around these guys. Edwards just got in the back of Sprague. That was off the exit of the corner, though, so that wasn't going to be a good bump and run attempt. That only shot Sprague a little further out ahead of him. Sprague moves a little wide, getting into 3 and 4. Edwards makes the move underneath him, and he's not clear yet. Into turn 1, now he's clear. Edwards is 2nd, right behind Bobby Hamilton Sr. So they battle for the lead. A little bump to the back of Hamilton moves him up the racetrack, and going to use the bump and run himself. A little more contact on the other end of the track in turns 1 and 2. Hamilton almost ended up wide into the wall as well. Oh, Edwards got tight. Got a little too tight, and Jack Sprague's going to find himself back out in front again. Edwards almost ended up in the wall into turn 2. And Hamilton tries to move Edwards out of the way like he moved Brandon Witt out of the way earlier for the lead. And that allows Sprague to jump out a couple truck lengths now. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. Short track racing at its finest here tonight in the Truck Series at Redball Raceway, fantasy track on NASCAR 05. And there's a little bump and run again. At least to move Sprague wide. I don't know if Schneider's going to be able... How many times have I said Schneider instead of Edwards now? I've probably said... What? I've probably said Schneider 5 times at least now. Sprague's not going anywhere either. Well, he might be now. I think he's stuck on the outside. Edwards cannot get that truck to pin down to the inside, and Hamilton's underneath. He gets around Sprague, and now he's on the inside of Carl Edwards. Hamilton back out in front again. Edwards quickly to the bottom in front of the 191. Sprague's still stuck on the outside. Edwards with a clean move to the inside of Bobby Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton crowds him. Crowded him big time. No contact in 1 and 2. Hamilton is really pinching Edwards off into the corner. Not allowing Edwards to get the run to clear, and Edwards sends it into turns 3 and 4 and clears him with a clean pass that time. Diamond Jeff, welcome to the stream. We've had 1 caution so far. Came out not that long ago. Lap 78. Laps are flying by. We're almost halfway home here tonight at Redball. And Edwards was the only driver to come to pit road during the caution. So again, we're going to be seeing green flag pit stops likely in the next 5 to 10 laps for the rest of the field. 31 drivers on the lead lap, all 36 still in the race, despite the fact we had that 2-truck crash off turn 4 a little bit earlier. We'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in this race today. About the next 4 laps. Yep, so the leaders are going to pit right as we speak. Well, I wondered. We need a long green flag run here. This is going to trap a lot of drivers a lap down if everything can cycle through. Is what Edwards would want it to do. Just get cleaner air right now. That's also going to help. A lot of drivers coming on into pit road. I don't know what that was. That sounded like somebody made contact in the pits. Hard contact, too. I'm hearing sheet metal just get torn apart on pit road. It is a tight and narrow pit road, that's for sure. Oh, we got trucks slowing down. Into turn 3. I think the 153 just ran it out of gas. Cross flags this time by. We'll be halfway. Oh, more contact. Oh, somebody got hooked coming into the pits. It was the 119er Grimsley. We got hooked trying to make his way to pit road, but we stayed green. He didn't spin. Great save by Grimsley. A lot of chaos from drivers trying to get on and get off of pit road. A lot of drivers that are very slow trying to make their way back onto the racetrack and get up to speed, as Edwards has lapped the field here at Redball. Oh boy. Caught Chris Sweeney in a terrible spot as well. So now Edwards has the oldest tires in the field. Once all the lap trucks cycled through, he's got a 2-lap lead, and this is all because he was the only driver to pit under the only caution of the race today. Everybody else stayed out. We didn't get another caution before the green flag pit stops. And now Edwards has a massive lead. But can everybody make it on one more stop? Edwards still has to pit one more time to the finish no matter what. was able to get to the lead before they started pitting, so that's a plus, but now he's on older tires. So we'll just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. And he'll stay out for now and hope for a caution to trap these guys a lap down, but he will have to pit eventually. He'll probably have to pit if he tried to go all the way to the end, or as far as he could go at least. He'd probably have to pit around that 40 to 50 lap to go mark, if I had to imagine. Got 118 laps to go this time by. .178 crowded him off of turn number 2. Kind of moving himself out of the way. Shatter got a little tight. 178 almost got back underneath him again. Now John Wood's the next lap truck ahead. Being patient, but knowing everybody else has fresher tires, how long will it be before Edwards comes into the pits? I think he should try to clinch the most laps led. Should be the first thing. Now John Wood pulls down right in front of his teammate, nonetheless, of Carl Edwards. And Craftsman trying to move somebody out of the way for position. He's in the number 6. And I didn't even know the Xfinity race is starting as late as it was tonight. I wouldn't be able to watch it all anyway. Got to work tomorrow, unfortunately, so I don't see myself staying up past 10 o'clock. Wow, John Wood went way up the racetrack. Almost put it in the wall in turns 1 and 2. Oh, everybody just bottlenecked up in turns 3 and 4. A couple trucks made contact as they were all single file, and Edwards just ran in the back of the 110 as well. This is short track racing again at its finest here today. It's definitely been pretty entertaining so far, but with the split strategy at the midway point, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to actually cycle in as the leader. Edwards is definitely trying to clinch the most laps led. He's got to be close. As long as he stays out of trouble, stays out of the pits, no reason why he won't lead the most laps here today. But even though it's a 2-lap lead, again, don't take that into consideration that this race is over. Edwards really crowded the 177 who got underneath him getting into turn 1. And 177 truck was definitely playing nice with Edwards. He could have moved him. It's Casey Cook. Our Daytona winner way back at the beginning of the season. I'm Eastern time zone, so it's 8:45 here. Oh! Cook definitely put the bumper to Barry Wilder in the 108, stacked him up, and then Edwards got to the inside of the 177 of Cook himself. Cook tried to use the bumper, and then he kind of jacked himself up there. And the 108's going to go another lap down. I believe that was Bundle. These guys have fresher tires, though, so they're not going away at all. Edwards better be careful. He might get moved again. I don't think these lap trucks care who it is. They've been moving people all day. Alternate through the different camera angles one final time. Right front tires starting to slip away now from the 99 of Edwards. Oh, you live in Brazil? Okay. Nice, nice. I'm surprised you guys are only 1 hour ahead. So there it is, 100 laps to go in today's race, and Carl Edwards has just clinched the most laps led. All helped, of course, is starting on the pole, so that's big. Still has not DNF'd yet this season in the first 11 races. Still over half the schedule still to go. A lot of tough racetracks yet to come as well. Edwards has done just a great job surviving the races and getting great finishes. Being very patient behind Matt Crafton in the 6 right now. International audience indeed. We've got other subscribers and people that watch the channel that are from outside the U.S. It's always nice to see, that's for sure. Edwards does get underneath Matt Crafton off turn 4 that time. And Crafton's really pinching him. Edwards sends it into turns 3 and 4. He clears Crafton, but Crafton's going to cross him back over. And he's going to get right back around Edwards. Well, good thing Edwards has the Mr. Clean crew tonight. Going to pass Kenny Hall off turn 2. Putting Hall another lap down. "91 laps left at Redball Raceway here tonight on NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. Carl Edwards trying to seal the deal and get another win this season. Race number 12, trying to extend the points lead and trying to get the max points day as well. He's already clinched the most laps led. We have had 5 different leaders in today's race. Leaders were the 178 truck. Bobby Hamilton Sr.'s led some laps. Brandon Witt led 1 lap. Jack Sprague led a handful of laps. And Carl Edwards, of course. Those will be the 5 different leaders here tonight. It can still change. And as far as the second place driver in the point standings coming into this race, Travis Quaffle, last we saw he was in 7th place, so he was at least in the top 10. Quaffle had a fast truck at Redball earlier this season and finished 2nd. Guarantees Edwards is going to win. I know he's got a 2-lap lead, but everybody is going to be really close on field to the end of the race, except for Edwards, but that's because Edwards still has to pit one more time. Again, it's just a matter of when do you pit if you're Carl Edwards. That was a big block by Crafton down the front stretch. Oh, and he moves a 191 up in front of Edwards, who was on the high side already. Carl had nowhere to go. Crafton again moves Powell in turns 3 and 4 now. And Casey Cook's going to get right back to the inside of Edwards as he gets loose off turn 4. And Edwards has a drop in line behind him. That's going to cost Edwards some time as well, even before the pit stops. Cook going to get to the inside, and poor Powell's hung out to dry. Edwards is going to follow Cook. Edwards gets tight up the track into Powell, and Powell's on the wall off turn 2. Bob Spear in the 152 truck gets around Edwards now, and Edwards has to pass him back. Tires are definitely slipping away from Carl Edwards. He's mainly staying out, hoping for a caution to just trap these guys. 80 laps to go in this race, though, and I'm thinking he might have to pit here pretty soon because he's had to have lost enough time where he's not going to cycle back in as the leader. If he waits till about 40 laps to go to pit like we know he can run on fuel, he might not have enough time to get back through these guys, knowing how hard it is to pass these lap trucks here tonight. So Edwards is going to pit this time. Speed limit, I guess, would be 70 miles an hour. Easily gets onto pit road without speeding. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, and no adjustments for the 99 of Carl Edwards. Second pit stop of the day. First green flag stop, and it'll be the final stop, the money stop, to see where he'll cycle. Was not going to hope for the caution game there. He's going to play it smart, and if he loses the lead because of staying out about 50 to 60 laps longer than everybody else, because he pitted under the caution, then hopefully he can run these guys back down to the finish, because now he's going to have the freshest tires in the field on this final tire stint to the end. Of course, the caution could come out and change everything as far as the strategy again. That's very well possible. And there it is. Bobby Hamilton Sr. is the leader. And look at all the lap trucks. Oh! Edwards came out of the pits 3 wide. They kind of got pinched off. There was just nowhere to run. They were already 2 by 2 when they got to him. There's not enough space for all those trucks. So it's a good thing he pitted when he did. He's about a second off the lead from Bobby Hamilton Sr., who's back out in front again with about 76 laps to go. Hamilton's been very aggressive in this one so far today. Edwards is going to try to get around him. He's got to get around the lap trucks first, though. Still got 3 more. But Edwards has a lot fresher tires here than Bobby Hamilton Sr. That's a huge plus. Shredded to the inside of Powell. Off turn 2, slide job, and he easily clears them in 3 and 4. Drove it in really deep. He had the extra grip in his tires, and now he's only half a second back of race leader Bobby Hamilton Sr. Hamilton trying to go for his 2nd win of the season. He won back at Martinsville in the 4th race of the year. Schneider to the Edwards to the inside of his teammate Wood. Had a good run going there for a second. Didn't speak in first person. I guess that's the issue with flopping back and forth between games when you have the same number on the race truck / race car. Lost about 0.2 of a second over the last 2 to 3 laps. Hamilton's going to get around the 117 truck. Schmidt, who was involved in that first and only accident in the race. Edwards gets around Schmidt as well. Edwards cannot get around his teammate, of all people, John Wood. And we got a truck blowing up on the inside of the racetrack, the number 64. Down on the apron, we stay green. He's going to try to get to pit road. 3 wide, off turn 2 and into turn 3. Little contact between Edwards and Wood, but they all kind of merge off turn 4 even with the contact. It wasn't a big hole, but it was a hole nonetheless that Edwards was able to barely squeeze into. And now he's knocking on the doorstep for the race lead here late. Behind Bobby Hamilton Sr., fresher tires. Hamilton going to get to the inside of Jake Bradley pretty quickly, so Edwards just going to have to follow Hamilton on by Bradley. Bradley started in 2nd place today, and he has not had a great racetrack since qualifying, really. Oh, a little bump. Hamilton's pinching him. Look at that. How they not make contact in 1 and 2, and they're side by side for the lead into 3. Edwards sends it deep, and he wasn't clear with the slide job, and he puts himself in the wall off the front bumper of Hamilton. Hamilton was not giving him any room. Edwards tried the slide job and just wasn't clear when he pulled up the racetrack. And he didn't really mean to pull up the track. He drove it in so deep that he was going to have to slide up and just hope he was clear, and he wasn't. And now Grimsley is holding up Hamilton, and Edwards is quickly going to get to the back bumper of Bobby Hamilton Sr. once again. Off turn 4, a little bump. Nothing to do with it there. Actually, that stacked Edwards up and almost allowed the 119 to get underneath him and stay underneath him. Edwards stays in front of Grimsley, though, through 3 and 4. Edwards has plenty of time. Still 58 laps to go. We don't even know if Hamilton's good to the end on fuel or not. Hamilton again squeezes Edwards off 4. Hamilton's just riding really low on the exit to the corner. And he's pinching Edwards off quite a bit. Trying to put the pressure on him. Hamilton ran wide off turn 4. Edwards to the inside into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway again. Edwards again sends it deep into 3 and 4 with another slide job. And this time he's clear. Carl Edwards in the lead. 54 laps to go. Finally got around Bobby Hamilton Sr. This race might not be over yet. We'll have to wait and see what the lap traffic has to offer, but Edwards has the fresher tires and hoping it stays green to the end now. Unless he gets into trouble somehow. It needs a caution, but I don't see that happening for the moment at least. Don't want to be too patient getting around these next couple lap trucks in Crafton. It's already been kind of a tough out today as well. Bobby Hamilton Sr. has used the bumper to get to the lead a couple times today. Don't be surprised if he does it again on the 99 of Edwards if he gets a chance. Hamilton's been one of the more aggressive drivers so far this season, trying to get back in the championship hunt. He is in the top 5 in points, so don't count him out of it yet. Still a long ways to go for the season championship. 50 laps to go at the line. That time for Carl Edwards, 200 laps in the books. Edwards to the inside of Crafton. Look at how low Crafton runs. Down the straightaway and really pinches Edwards off, and Edwards not able to get around. And now a little bump to the back of Crafton. Crafton goes wide into turns 1 and 2. He tried to block Carl Edwards, and he got hooked right on him off of turn 4. Somehow he didn't go around, and Hamilton is now just a couple truck lengths off the lead again. Here he is, drove it in deep into 1 and 2. He's trying to get to Edwards. He knows that door is open once again after the contact between the 6 and the 99. This definitely is a great NASCAR game, that's for sure. We still got bumpers being tagged around the racetrack. I think that's Adam Bell again. No, that was Andy Lyman in the 164, same colored truck. Lyman puts the bumper to Robbie Young, and now Young gets underneath him, and he pays him back. Robbie Young just paid him back, and they're right in front of the race leaders. They better be careful here. Meanwhile, there was contact way further up ahead of these guys as well. Edwards to the inside of Lyman. And now to the inside of Robbie Young. He clears Young off turn 4 as well. Still 44 laps left. Edwards trying to drive away from Bobby Hamilton Sr. 2 lap trucks between the top 2, but a lot more lap traffic still to go through tonight. Assuming it stays green to the finish. Aaron McGee in the 163 truck is now the next lap truck ahead of Edwards. He's underneath him. Edwards is at least. Look at him pinching him down. Likely trying to stay on the lead lap, I'd have to assume. A little contact. He pinched him down way too much that time. No room. Edwards couldn't even get by clean if he wanted to. More contact up ahead. Like the 18 of Chad Chafin just got in the back of somebody. We're probably going to continue to see contact all throughout the field to the very finish. Oh, there it is again. They're stacking up. Keep making contact and it stacks up that single file line. Schneider just got in the back of the lap truck himself there. And all of a sudden, Bobby Hamilton Sr. off turn 4 is right there again with 36 to go. Edwards pulls away a little bit, but he can't keep away from him. Underneath Mark Handel in the 107. Bob Spears up here in the 152 as well. Edwards gets to the inside of him, but Bobby Hamilton Sr. is just kind of following him. Scott Bush in the 56 truck. What will it come down to here today? Another truck up in smoke, down on the apron. Gonna get to pit road, it looks like. We'll stay green. Edwards is getting hooked on the 124 truck. 2 corners in a row he's made contact with him. 192 also making some contact with the 153, trying to get around him. And Bobby Hamilton Sr., he's trying to keep up on all their tires with Edwards. This lap traffic is not paying Edwards any favor. They really haven't paid Edwards any favor most of the season. And we still have 30 laps to go in this race. Still a lot can happen. Edwards out to a 1 second lead now. This is his largest lead since that last pit stop, with around 70 laps to go. Actually, he pitted with about 80 to go, but took the lead with about 70 laps left. Scott Bush in the 56 truck is up in smoke now, and he's going to try to make his way to pit road as we continue to stay green. Want to see a burnout in this game? Well, hopefully we can go to victory lane, and you'll see just that. This lap traffic has gotten even heavier now ahead of the 99 of Edwards, and Edwards is trying to be patient to a certain extent. He doesn't want to be too patient and let Hamilton get a chance to put the bumper to Edwards, especially now that we only have 24 laps to go. It's Billy Wilson in the 82 truck. The 113 is really holding up Edwards quite a bit. That was a big block. He might be the last car on the lead lap and is trying to stay on the lead lap. Edwards finally gets under him and he'll clear him off turn 2. 9/10 of a second, the difference between the top two. And the 113 crosses Edwards over. He gets back to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Edwards couldn't pull down in front of him. washed up the racetrack, and the 113 gets back on by again, and Hamilton now is within about 3 to 4 truck lengths. It's Larry Watson in the 103 truck. Sorry, the 113 at the 103. The Huggers Orange racetrack. I guess it is a 103. It looks like a 113 above the actual truck, but it's a 103 actually. Again, between the bad graphics and the weird fonts of these fantasy drivers, it's hard to tell who's who. Especially when we don't know all their names still, too. I think I did know them and then forgot some of them. The span of not playing this game for a couple weeks. 19 laps to go. Edwards goes wide off turn 2. Hamilton trying to get the run to the inside. Oh, he moves him! Hamilton's in the inside wall. Edwards goes sideways and saves it. Well, he tried. Edwards might have came down a little bit too, and Hamilton took a big lick into the inside wall in turns 3 and 4, but we stay green here at Redball, and Edwards has about a 1.5 second lead, and how much damage is on the left rear now. That was a pretty heavy hit for both drivers. Hamilton might have gotten the worst end with it, with him hitting the wall. That might have been the last chance for Hamilton if we don't get another caution. 16 laps to go, and Edwards is just hoping we stay green. He finally got back to him, and we talked about him maybe using the bumper. He'd used the bumper a couple times today. We've seen a lot of drivers using the bumper all day long, and he tried right there. 15 laps to go. It was just a failed attempt, and I wonder if Hamilton's even in second place still after losing as much ground as he did. He definitely got the worst end of it. And we still don't know if those guys are completely good to the end on fuel or not. 3 drivers out of the race that have blown their engines on this last green flag run, the longer of the 2 we've had so far. Again, the only caution came at lap 78. 13 to go at the line, a 2.2 second lead, and I think Hamilton's slow with the damage. Edwards has damage too, but he doesn't have as much as Hamilton likely, and Hamilton might be waiting for another restart and another caution. They'll have a shot at Schneider then. Schneider has no intentions of passing another lap truck, especially Adam Bell and Lee Anderson being the 2 trucks ahead of him. They've raced him extremely hard today, too. And he's trying to keep a little bit of distance behind him as well in case they make contact and stack up, because we've seen Edwards run in the back of the lap trucks when they do stack up on the bottom. Just get that accordion effect. One driver makes contact, they all make contact. So Schneider's being patient. 10 laps to go. He's got a 2-second lead, so 0.2 seconds gain of the second place driver, assuming it's still Bobby Hamilton Sr. He definitely attempted the bump and run once. We'll see if he does it again, if he can get there. About 1.9, 1.8 roughly. 7 to go at the line. He's gaining, but he's just not gaining quick enough. Now, lap trucks are side by side in front of Carl Edwards. And again, Edwards is taking it easy. He really does not want to have to pass another lap truck if he can help it. He's hoping the lap trucks pick up the pace and not battle the way they are right now. Good luck with that. Especially in this game. Down to 1.7. 5 laps to go at the line for Carl Edwards. There is one attempt at a green-white checker finish, so he is waiting to try and get to the white flag. And no cautions come out on the final lap in this game as well. 4 to go. He's underneath Adam Bell, but he's going to back off quite a bit and let him go again. There is 1 lap truck between the top 2 still, and the lead is down to 1 second. Hamilton gained a ton over the last 2 laps. 3 laps to go. Now it's down to 0.9 at the line. Hamilton's desperately trying to get around that lap truck. Edwards is playing it real safe here in these final 13 laps after Hamilton faded. And Hamilton's cutting back into the deficit. 2 laps to go at the line. 0.8 of a second is the difference, and Hamilton's got no more lap trucks between him and Edwards. And he might look to settle the score, and now they're side by side again right in front of Edwards, nowhere to go. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Carl Edwards. Underneath Jason Powell, lets him go as Powell drove it in deep to get to the inside of Bell off turn 2 and clears him into 3. Hamilton's just a little too far back. He's got about 4 or 5 truck lengths set. So the checkered flag will wave, and Carl Edwards is going to win the Locomotive 250 at the Redball Raceway. Edwards gets another win this season. Good win for cousin Carl in the Super Chips number 99 Ford. Roush Fenway Racing. That was a great win. He earned it. He led the most laps, got the win. That's a max points day to increase that points lead. Second place driver in points finishes third of Travis Quaffle. He only finished 1.3 back after the shenanigans there between Hamilton and Edwards. Hamilton ends up finishing second again, a half a second off the lead off of Edwards. He was actually only 3 to 4 truck lengths back, it looked like, going into turn 3. He probably drove it in really deep, doing everything he could. He was just too far back to use the bumper again. Brandon Witt finishes 4th. Bill Lester 5th. Jack Sprague 6th. Ace Johnson 7th. Troy Perry 8th. Casey Cook 9th. And Chad Chafin rounds out the top 10. 192 of the 250 laps led today. 13 lead changes. And again, only 1 caution for 3 caution laps that came at lap 78 today. There you see the bonus points. Bobby Hamilton led 34. Again, Edwards leads. That's the last time I'll say Schneider. Carl Edwards ends up leading the most. So again, max points stay there. Brandon Witt led that 1 lap, enough to get him 5 bonus points. Jack Sprague led 15. And Baker led 2. I think he was in the 178 truck. Led under the caution. Larry Watson. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong guy. It looks like Allen led 1 lap. That might have been on the restart after the caution. Grigsby led 5. It's like I'm pushing down on the analog stick and it's going down like too many. Drivers that DNF'd at the end of the race: Scott Bush, Kenny Hall, and Ryan Carter were the 3 drivers that DNF'd here today. All right. Probably keep an eye on my Detroit Tigers playing tonight as well. Flipping back and forth between that and the Xfinity race, probably. Probably watch more of the Xfinity race, but I know the Tigers game will get done before I go to bed, but I don't think that race will. It might. But that is going to wrap it up here for this one. Next race for the Truck Series will be at Michigan for the Line X Spray on 200. 100-lap race there at my home track. Not sure when the next NASCAR 05 live stream will be, though. It'll be sometime next week. I'll try to get a career mode episode in tomorrow before the Cup race starts. No guarantees on that, though. If there is a rain delay for the Cup Series, I guess there is a good chance that we will have that NASCAR Heat 5 action. I really hope they get the race in tomorrow, for one, so we can do the full race live stream with a realistic broadcast. And for 2, I'm hoping that that's the case because I will be at the Tigers and Indians game on Sunday. There is rain in the forecast for that Tigers and Indians game. So if the NASCAR race gets rained out, maybe that Tigers and Indians game will get rained out. I'm not hoping for that. You know, that'll be, well, it won't be money down the drain. That just means I'll have to go to the rescheduled date whenever they play. But there's no guarantees I'll be off of work when they have that rescheduled date. So I'm hoping for the best. But that's, again, the outlook, I guess, for this weekend. And we will stream Sunday night no matter what, even if there is a race on Sunday. Thanks everybody for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. And I will see you guys one way or another tomorrow, whether that's virtually or as the live realistic commentary / reaction of the Cup race. We'll just have to wait and see. The weather will hold in Martinsville, and that will be the determining factor of what we end up doing on the channel tomorrow. But hope to see you then. Thanks, everybody.